Friends, hello, welcome back. Very excited today. I love talking or NHL 23 wish list. Love thinking about NHL 23. I love this time of the year. I know it's like a down time in the year for ultimate team and stuff like that. You're getting to the later part of the year. The overalls are all like 99 there and a lot of different changes and stuff. Hut's kind of dying out. Personally, I haven't played a lot of Hut. I'm gonna say December is December. You guys probably know. Honestly, if you followed us and watched Hut stuff, if we're not opening packs, we're probably not playing Hut, because the fact of the matter is you get the packs from playing Hut a lot of the time. So we haven't played in a very long time, and honestly, it's just sometimes I get a little bit more bored with Hut quicker. I think this year was one of those years, especially when I start playing stuff like MLB The Show and stuff, where it seems. I always like to say, now it's a personal preference, I've always felt like MLB The Show, for me, I grew up on baseball, I know baseball. Hockey, I did not grow up on, it was a later thing in life, but I have always found hockey, even with saying that and with baseball being one of my favorite sports, still to this day, I've always felt like baseball is such a slower paced sport, hockey is a much faster paced sport, and when you play the games online, it is so much more enjoyable to play Hut or ESHL, whatever, compared to baseball. It just feels like it's slower paced. But Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show does such a great job when it comes to their ultimate team makeup and keeping you engaged and intrigued. I've been playing that for months now. I love it. Nonetheless, just trying to think of some stuff they do, some of the stuff we just like to see in general this year or next year in Hut. One of the couple glaring things that's Hut related. How about Hut Rush? I know where Hut Rush is going. I feel like I hope I'm wrong. I feel like this is Draft Champions 2.0, where the first year it's big. They give you decent rewards, and then every year from there on out, they slowly phase the awards out and make them worse and worse, and to the point where people are just like, oh, the game mode's not worth playing unless it's just a mess around type of mode. Hopefully that's not the case, but we're looking at June right now, about to be July. And for 2.5 million points, you get one power-up collectible. Excuse me, I don't know why I can't speak today. And as we know, most players, these guys that need upgrades need like 10, 12, 14, 6 out. Loads of these. So getting 2.5 million and then all these untradeable players up to it too. It's not exactly the most worth it thing, to say the least. Now, there's some better packs in there, sure. But I'd like to see it some way, shape, or form next year they add something, even if it's like an 85 plus pack. I think I'd rather they get a couple of those in there. At least you have the chance of pulling something over an 85 or whatnot to put on your team. Or the powered collectibles is the locked in 20k for all of these rewards. That's all you really get out of it, and you need to use it on a certain player and stuff. So I'd love to see better rewards in Hut Rush. I gotta say though, I love the addition. At first, I wasn't sure what I thought about Hut Rush, but playing it after a while, I did enjoy it. That was one of those things, it almost reminds me of some of the challenges in other games, where it's a shorter game, you complete the game, complete some challenges. I love that. I really think that's something EA can branch on and really grow from, as far as expanding Hockey Ultimate Team from years to come, because one of the other things I'd really love to see is, where even are they, right? They're better challenges. This has been on our Hut wish list for years now. Again, this is an MLB The Show inspired type of thing, where I'd love to see more challenges that are actually, see, with the thing with MLB The Show, it's like moment based, where it's like, hey, instead of just every single thing where you have to play the entire game, you have to play the entire game, you have to play the entire game, the same repetitive thing over thing over thing, even though there are some objectives, you have to play the entire game. The thing I love about MLB The Show is, instead of being win by 3 goals and win 10 faceoffs, win the game in a minute, it's just win 10 faceoffs. You win 10 faceoffs, you're done. You don't have to play the full game, you win them. You score 3 goals, you're done. You get 3 goals, you're out of the challenge. Maybe you have to score a goal with Vladimir Tarasenko. You use the St. Louis Blues for the challenge. You got to score a goal with Tarasenko. Or maybe you got to score the game-winning goal with Nathan McKinnon, Connor McDavid. Or you make the game-winning save with the goaltender to, prevent Connor McDavid and the boys on a 5-on-4 power play from scoring. Complete that challenge, completed, you get your rewards. I would love to see stuff like that implemented. It would just, for me personally, I would love that so much more, where it's constantly mixing it up. I think that's something a lot of us might not notice that have been playing this game for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, is it's not that EA is doing a horrible job at growing Ultimate Team. Because if you look at the game from 5, 6, 7 years ago, it's such a different game. There is so much more to do in the mode. It's just the fact that we've been playing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again every single year, where it starts to lose that sort of We're going to throw the word out there. That sort of dopamine level raise. Yeah, we've been watching too many podcasts lately, but it is though. When you start playing the same thing over and over, you want to see something change, do something different, where it's not so repetitive every single year. I think that's the problem we run into when even with them adding certain game modes, certain things like that, is we're still playing the same game every year. And if you could just mix it up a little bit, at least from an online offline standpoint like that, I know it's a little bit tougher for the online stuff. People are going to play like they play. Let's talk about rivals. I don't know why this still isn't a thing. I'm very confused. Oh yeah, D5 baby. We are good at this game. Oh yeah. Just kidding. I don't understand why there isn't a leaderboard for this still, where we can't look at our recent games, or we can't look at our opponents who played, the standings and all that. What is this? Why is everything at 0? Never mind though. I don't understand. Is it the end? Does it end at a certain point? I'm not sure. It's late in the year. Completing a game to be eligible for this week's rewards. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why it said 0 then. Interesting. Yeah, the last one was updated. Maybe it's broken. Maybe it just updated. Is it exactly 5 o'clock? Is that what it is? Oh, it's 5:01. What are the odds we caught this right on the refresh? That'll do it. Nonetheless, though, would love to see the leaderboards implemented in that. I'm a big statistician guy. Love the leaderboard stuff. Love being able to do different stuff. Being able to compare things. And, staying on the subject of the leaderboards. EA. Please, you guys can close your eyes, because I know this is going to be ugly. Oh, yeah, the stats ain't bad. That must be offline. But these stats aren't the prettiest, all right? I understand. Mediocre hot player. It's all right. It's all right. Take your shots. It's fine. But I'd love to see more stats than this. We have goals, assists, points, plus, minus, penalty minutes, and that is it. That is it. And I know they are capable of having more stats, because in World of Chell, I love what they've done with World of Chell. You have an entire page worth of hockey statistics that can be for your player. Can we have those and bring those over to Ultimate Team with our players and get a better idea of what they've done? I'd also love to see, I know it's a little bit more individual stats. You get an individual stats per card, or if you can keep the stats forever, even if you get rid of a player's card, keep those stats the game's played, because they did happen on your team. If you ever want to look back and say, well, how did this guy perform for me? You can look back without buying the player. I'd love to see all that just thrown onto one page like that. And speaking of the stat game, why isn't there a leaderboard anymore? I just realized that. I remember there not being a view friends leaderboard thing, but I thought there was still, and there's not apparently. I guess because, again, there's no seasons and everything. But I'd love to be able to see my friends' teams. That would be fantastic. I can show the game history, but I cannot show 2-0, baby. Unbeaten on the year, not to brag, but you can't view their team. I'd love to be able to click on my friends' teams, challenge their team, see their team. I absolutely loved that about Ultimate Team, because the Ultimate Team, again, everybody's experience is different. I completely get that. But for me, a big thing about Ultimate Team, you're trying to build the best possible team. And there's 2 ways that really, add that extra boost in motivation. One of them is just being able to see your friends' teams, competing with your friends so you can build the best teams, being able to check out each other's teams. I know you could say, what do you got over the mic? I could be like, hey, buddy, guess what I got? I got all the 99s right now. Can you prove me wrong? Absolutely not. But I'd love to be able to do that. And it's also fun to be able to use those players with your friends and be like, look, we got these guys. We can use them together. We can show them. We both get the stats for using them. Or we both can work towards objectives together. I know there's co-op now, but I'd love to see something with co-op where both players get the challenges completed and not just one. I think that, again, it adds to the excitement, if you will, or the fun of playing with your friends if you can both do the challenges together, as opposed to, like, I'm going to invite you to this challenge, help me out, but they don't get it completed either. Really, it's a 2-person thing. Make it a little bit more enjoyable to play Ultimate Team with your friends. Again, I love that so much. I wish there was... It's a little bit harder with Ultimate Team. Obviously, you can't say co-op with your friends because that's World of Chell. But I'd love to see other ways to kind of implement playing with your friends in the game. And, solo challenges may have you. Yeah, we're going to use that because I really can't think of a better word. Will have you? May have you? We're going to go with it. May have you. Yeah, is a perfect example. But that is our wish list for NHL 23. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Love to hear some things you guys would want in NHL 23. I know there's a lot more stuff to throw out there. Again, I think the game's growing every year in and year out. I think it's continuing to grow. I just think there's some areas that could really draw the intrigue a little bit more if they kind of delved into those waters. We're out here trying to use vocabulary way out of our pay grade. Nonetheless, though, if you guys enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate you consider subscribing, liking the video. You never have to. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.